Is Elon Musk a government operative? I went through this Reddit post. It all kind of lines up, you guys. Based on that Reddit post, I made this 4 interesting facts about SpaceX, making it look like Elon Musk is a CIA puppet. Let's go through it. Too long, don't read for those who don't want to stay here. Theory, Elon Musk has never actually invented anything. DARPA invented Neuralink, Starlink, etc. He's just a front man. It's kind of looking that way, and we went through the data. Again, Elon Musk is not your friend. He's just an asshole. So, if you want to learn more about that, stay. If you want to leave, get the fuck out. I'm going to go into more details in future videos, but you should just know that Elon Musk's other companies have a lot of fucking overlap with another Department of Defense agency that seems to have created most of his company. They also sold Siri to Apple. They're the ones that made HARP, and they've been working on AI since the 1970s. And if you look at all these posts, they were looking into Neuralink before Elon Musk even talked about Neuralink. DARPA is going transhumanist. 9 years ago, they've announced plans to develop a working cortical modem, a direct neural interface that will allow for visual blah blah blah, like Neuralink. DARPA wants to model how disinformation flows. DARPA, we are engineering organisms that will terraform Earth, Mars. Isn't that something that Elon said too? DARPA funded wireless communication breakthrough takes data transmissions to another dimension. Data transmission, isn't that kind of like what Starlink is working on? Let's not forget there was a DARPA's self-driving car challenge. The grand challenge, it's a prize for competition basically to see who could make a self-driving car, just like Tesla. 8 years ago, DARPA announced its plans to build a device that can accelerate learning in the human brain. 10 years ago, DARPA funds $70 million for brain implants for emotional mind control. Here are 10 inventions that you didn't know were made by DARPA. The internet, GPS, big dog towns. I think we've all seen this goddamn fucking robot. It's fucking scary. But who knew that the government made it?
Over the last decade, Boston Dynamics has built some of the most impressive robots in the world that can run, jump, and even dance better than some of us humans.
DARPA made that. Who fucking knew? Cyborg insects, kind of like the thing that they said Bill Gates was making, right, with the mosquitoes. RGUI, onion routing, Siri, HARP, Sea Shadow. Here's what's interesting. This person went through all of DARPA's public projects. Number 35 is the one that got me. See Me program aims to give mobile individual U.S. warfighters access to on-demand, space-based tactical information in remote and beyond line-of-sight conditions. If successful, See Me will provide a small squads and individual groups with the ability to get satellites directly to your phone. Where have we heard that before? Let's look up Elon satellite direct to phone, just for funsies. Starlink, direct to cell, a seamless access to text, voice, and data for LTE phones across the globe. Starlink has successfully sent and received text to cell phones via our first satellite in space. We're going to talk about global surveillance and Starlink in another video. Here's where it gets more suspicious. In 2002, Michael Griffin meets a young Elon Musk in Russia, of all places. And subsequently, after meeting in Russia, at the time when Michael Griffin met Elon Musk, he worked for a company called In-Q-Tel. In-Q-Tel is basically a company that invests and funds other companies that are useful to the CIA. Its whole purpose is to help equip the CIA with the latest and greatest in information technology. The name Intel Q is an intentional reference to Q, the fictional inventor who supplies technology to James Bond. So, the Strategic Defense Initiative gets talked about by Reagan, who is one of the first presidents to bring up the New World Order in this speech.
We need some outside universal threat to make us recognize this common bound. Our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat.
Michael Griffin was listed as Time magazine in 2008's 100 most influential people of the year. Weirdly, if you click on that link and his Wikipedia link, it no longer exists. Thank God for the Wayback Machine. With $100 million of his own money, Musk founded SpaceX, subsequently after meeting Michael Griffin. Isn't that interesting, you guys? And Michael Griffin's working at that company that invests in companies that would be useful for the CIA. It kind of seems like Elon Musk's company about making space more affordable would be useful for the CIA. Also, take notice of this. Musk believed he could significantly cut space launch prices by using cheap commercial off-the-shelf COTS products. Interestingly enough, Michael Griffin is a huge part, or probably the main reason why the COTS program was created. Commercial Orbital Transportation Services. And guess who was awarded those contracts? You guess it, Elon. Gets a little bit more weird here. Despite failure to launch in 2006, the rocket failed to reach Earth's orbit. SpaceX was awarded the Commercial Orbital Transportation Service Program contract, COTS, what we just talked about. And then in 2008, it was awarded more contracts. It was awarded the Orbital Sciences contract with a combined value of $3.5 billion. Isn't that weird? Like, they're not doing that great. They're not even, successful. And yet they keep getting contracts. As this Redditor said, the position that Michael Griffin has is their whole goal is to provide and assist in developing policies for rapid technology transition. Real interesting, huh? So, if we look at Starlink, which has satellites all around the world in this scary ass fucking photo, kind of looks like it's helped speeding along mass surveillance system, which we'll go into more detail in the next video.